Hello everyone. Today we will explore what happens when Henry stops asking for his mother and quietly learns to let go, while the adults keep calling it for his own good. If you find this interesting, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss upcoming videos. Tu Na left the farm at dawn because the argument had ended and the decision had already started moving. Henry stood in the doorway of the wooden house with Ba Tang beside him. His cheeks were damp from the night before. He didn't wave. He didn't run. He only watched, quiet, as if he needed to learn what leaving looks like. Tu Na crouched and pressed her forehead to his. "Mommy will come back," she whispered. The words felt thin. Henry didn't answer. His fingers tightened on her shirt, then loosened, like he was practicing letting go. Alex stood near the gate, phone buzzing in his palm. He didn't look at the screen. He looked at Henry. "It's only a few days," he said. "No one is taking you." Alex's mother opened the car door with calm hands. "Tu Na, sit," she said. "The city home is ready. Doctors, rest." Tu Na climbed in and turned back until the bamboo fence slipped between her and her child. Alex's mother spoke, as if words could quiet fear. "You will sleep," she said. "You will eat. You will stop worrying." Tu Na stared out the window. Worry wasn't a switch. It was her body's way of holding Henry when her arms couldn't. The city house was clean and quiet in a way that made Tu Na feel loud inside her own body. Alex's mother laid out soup, vitamins, and a schedule like it could hold a pregnancy in place. "Eat," she said, "then sleep. Stress harms the baby." Tu Na's hand went to her belly. The baby moved faintly. Instead of comfort, guilt rose. One child was safe inside her. The other was far away. "I need to call Henry," she said. "After you eat," Alex's mother replied. "He is fine." Tu Na looked up. "You don't know that." Alex's mother's smile stayed. "I know what's best for you." Tu Na didn't argue. She called anyway. Ba Tang answered first. "He's here," Ba Tang said. "He's quiet." "Put him on," Tu Na said. Too fast. Henry appeared on the screen. He wasn't crying. He wasn't smiling. He stared as if the phone was a window that might close. "Henry," Tu Na said softly, forcing steadiness. "Mommy misses you." Henry blinked once. His hand stayed down. He didn't reach toward the screen. "Do you want to talk to Mommy?" Ba Tang asked off camera. Henry's voice was small and flat. "Okay." "Okay." Tu Na swallowed. "Are you eating?" Henry nodded. "Yes." "Are you sleeping?" "Yes." Tu Na tried to sound normal. "Show Mommy your toy." Henry looked away. "No." The silence hurt more than crying. Tu Na leaned closer to the phone. "Baby, I'm coming back soon." Henry stared for a long second, then whispered, clear enough to cut her, "Don't go." Ba Tang ended the call gently. "That's enough," she murmured. Tu Na held the phone to her chest. She didn't cry loud. She just sat still, because moving felt dangerous. Alex's mother placed a glass of water beside her. "You see," she said. "He's fine." Tu Na turned. "He's not fine," she said. "He's learning not to need me." Alex's mother's eyes narrowed. "He will adapt," she replied, like adaptation was a healthy thing. Tu Na couldn't explain what she saw in Henry's face. Adults call it adapting. Children call it giving up. That afternoon, the farm gate opened again. Henry's biological grandmother's family came quieter this time. A bag of fruit, a bright toy car. The grandmother spoke like she was praising good behavior. "We heard the mother went to the city," she said. "Good. A pregnant woman needs proper care." Ba Tang stayed in front of the doorway. "Henry is resting," she said. "You don't need to be here." "We want to help," the grandmother replied. Her smile was smooth. "We are family." She held up the toy car and rolled it once along the dirt. "Henry," she called softly, "come see." Henry peeked from behind Ba Tang's leg. His eyes landed on the toy car. Then he looked away fast, as if looking too long would be counted against him. Ba Tang's voice stayed firm. "He's not coming." The grandmother sighed as if she were the patient one. "You're making him afraid," she said. "Let the child breathe." Ba Tang's jaw tightened. "He became afraid because you threatened to take him." The grandmother didn't deny it. She only changed her tone. "Then let us show him we are safe," she said. Sweetness pressed over steel. Alex arrived before anyone could step closer. He placed himself between the gate and the house. "He's not coming to you," he said. The grandmother tilted her head. "You're busy," she said. "You can't guard a farm forever. Let Henry spend time with his blood." Alex's voice stayed low. "No." The grandmother's smile tightened. "He looks sad," she said softly. "A child needs stability." Alex didn't answer. He knew the word was a knife dressed as advice. Inside, Henry sat on the bed clutching Tu Na's scarf. When Alex came close, Henry didn't climb into his arms. He only asked, "Mommy City?" Alex knelt. "Yes, a few days." "Come back?" Henry asked. Alex hesitated, just a breath. "Yes." Henry nodded once, then turned his face away. Not rude, guarded. Alex felt cold in his chest. He had thought separation meant distance. Now he saw it meant change. His phone buzzed again. He silenced it without looking. The world kept asking for him, and Henry kept getting quieter. The next morning, Henry didn't ask for Tu Na. He followed Ba Tang around the house like a shadow, silent. He didn't point. He didn't complain. It was as if he had decided that wanting things was risky. Ba Tang tried to bring him outside. "Let's sit in the sun," she said. Henry stood at the doorway and stared at the gate, then shook his head once and turned back inside. Ba Tang's throat tightened. She had seen many kinds of pain. This was the kind that doesn't make noise. In the city, Tu Na forced herself to eat 2 spoons of soup to prove she was cooperating. Then nausea rose, and she ran to the bathroom. Alex's mother stood outside the door. "This is why you need rest," she said. "You are weak." Tu Na rinsed her mouth and stared at her own face in the mirror. Weak wasn't the right word. Split was. She called Alex again. He answered quickly. "Tell me the truth," Tu Na whispered. "Is Henry changing?" Alex's pause was short, but it was enough. "He's quiet," he admitted. The same word again. Quiet. Like everyone was afraid to name what was happening. "Are they still coming?" Tu Na asked. "Yes," Alex said. "They don't push hard. That's the problem." Tu Na closed her eyes. "They're waiting." "I told them they can't speak to him," Alex said. "And do they listen?" Tu Na asked. Alex didn't answer right away. "Not fully," he said. Tu Na's voice trembled. "Alex, your compromise is failing." Alex didn't deny it. "I thought a few days would calm them," he said. "I thought I could hold both sides." "And Henry?" Tu Na asked. Alex exhaled. "He didn't cry yesterday," he said. "He just asked if you'll come back." Tu Na pressed her hand to her belly, grounding herself. "That's worse," she said. That afternoon, Alex's mother sat beside Tu Na on the sofa like a judge who pretends to be a friend. "You called again?" she said. "I'm his mother," Tu Na replied. Alex's mother's tone stayed smooth. "And you are carrying another child," she answered. "You must learn balance." Tu Na looked at her. Balance shouldn't mean losing someone. Alex's mother's eyes cooled. "Henry has Ba Tang. Henry has Alex. Henry has food and a roof. Tu Na heard the list and felt sick. "You're describing survival," she said, "not safety." Alex's mother stood. "Rest," she repeated, like a command. On the farm, Henry's biological grandmother returned at sunset. This time, she didn't bring a toy. She brought time. She stood outside the fence and spoke softly. "Henry," she called, "Grandma is here." Henry was sitting on the step with Ba Tang. He lifted his head. He didn't run. He didn't hide. He just watched. The grandmother smiled, pleased by that. "You're a good boy," she said. "We won't shout. We won't fight. We'll just visit." Ba Tang's voice cut in. "Leave." The grandmother acted hurt. "Why are you so cruel?" she asked. "Look at him. He's lonely." Henry glanced at Ba Tang, then back at the grandmother, as if he were measuring which adult was safer to disappoint. Alex arrived late, shoulders tight. He had been away for less than an hour, and the fence was already occupied again. He stepped forward. "Go home," he said. The grandmother's smile was calm. "We are home," she answered. "This is our grandson's home too." Alex felt his patience thin. You can't stand here every day and call it love. The grandmother's eyes sharpened. "And you can't move his mother away and call it protection?" she replied. Alex went still. The sentence landed because it was true. He watched Henry. The child's face was blank, too practiced. Alex's stomach dropped. He understood too late that he'd created a space for the grandmother to fill, not with force, with presence. That night, Henry refused soup again. Ba Tang sat beside him until the bowl cooled. Henry pushed the spoon away gently, then curled into the corner with Tu Na's scarf pressed to his face. He didn't cry. His small body stayed tense like he was holding himself together by refusing to hope. Ba Tang leaned close. "Henry," she whispered, "Mom will come." Henry didn't answer. He only squeezed the scarf tighter. Outside, Alex walked the yard with his phone in his hand, checking the gate, checking the road, checking the shadows. His phone buzzed. He looked this time. A message from his mother. "Don't let Tu Na overthink. Keep her there." Alex stared at the words, then locked the screen. He felt trapped between two kinds of control, and both were calling it care. In the city, Tu Na couldn't sleep. She sat on the balcony, phone in both hands, staring at a silent screen like it was a punishment. Alex's mother came out with a shawl. "You should be in bed," she said. Tu Na didn't take it. "I'm going back tomorrow," she said. Alex's mother's face tightened. "No," she replied. "Not tomorrow." Tu Na's voice stayed low. "If I wait, he will stop reaching for me." Alex's mother sighed. "He will adapt." Tu Na's eyes filled. "Adapt to what?" she asked. "To being abandoned again?" Alex's mother stiffened. "Don't speak like that." Tu Na's hands shook. "That's exactly what it feels like," she said. "For him." Her phone rang. Ba Tang's voice came low and urgent. "They're coming closer," she said. They talked to him through the fence. Tu Na's skin went cold. "What are they saying?" "They tell him, 'Come with Grandma. We won't leave you,'" Ba Tang whispered. "And he listens. He doesn't cry." Tu Na's throat tightened. "What did Henry say?" Ba Tang hesitated. "He asked me, 'Mommy busy?'" Tu Na shut her eyes hard. "Did he ask for me?" Ba Tang's voice broke. "No," she said. "That's what scares me." Tu Na stood and reached for her suitcase. Alex's mother stepped in front of it. "You are not leaving tonight," she said. Tu Na's hands trembled. "Move. You'll harm the baby," Alex's mother warned. Tu Na's voice shook. "My baby is inside me. Henry is outside, alone." Alex will handle it, Alex's mother said, firm. Tu Na stared at her. Alex is handling it with words, she replied. They are handling it with time. A video call request flashed on her phone. From Ba Tang. Tu Na answered. Henry appeared on the screen, sitting very straight, hands in his lap like someone had taught him to be polite. His eyes were red, but he didn't cry. Behind him, through the window, Tu Na saw a car's shape near the gate. Ba Tang whispered off-screen, tight with fear. Tu Na, they said they will come in the morning. Tu Na stared at Henry's face. Henry, she said, voice breaking. Henry looked at her and spoke in a small, careful tone. Mommy, okay? It wasn't comfort, it was resignation. Tu Na's breath stopped. No, she whispered. Not okay. Henry blinked slowly. Mommy come back? He asked. Tu Na opened her mouth. And in the doorway, Alex's mother reached toward the phone, as if she could end the panic by ending the call. Tu Na pulled the phone to her chest and stepped back, shaking, because she suddenly understood the cost of one more night. If she waited until morning, Henry might learn how to say goodbye without tears. Tu Na leaves the farm for the city under Alex's mother's insistence, hoping the separation will only last a few days. But the distance immediately damages Henry. At the farmhouse, Henry becomes quiet and guarded, answering short and refusing to reach for his mother on calls. Henry's biological grandmother's family returns repeatedly, using care and constant presence to win the child's trust while waiting for a chance to claim him. Alex tries to manage both sides, but realizes he cannot protect Henry with words alone. In the city, Tu Na's guilt grows as she watches Henry change, fearing that one more night apart could cost her child forever.